Greetings, Slackers. It's August 17th, 2016, and I'm over here with another article from RT. And this has to do with the Craigslist. Sex for shelter. Craigslist ads offer homeless women indecent proposal. And so it goes on to say online advertisements are offering free accommodation to vulnerable homeless women as long as they are stunning and can prove their attractiveness with a picture, a British charity has warned. Posted on Craigslist, the sordid ads are targeting desperate women who feel they have no other options and women who may already have experienced sexual or domestic violence. Homelessness Charity Shelter said in a statement. There are hundreds of listings on the site, some of which boldly state that women will be given free accommodation if they're prepared to return the favor in the form of sex. The ads vary from explicit sexual demands to implied intentions. Quote, if any young female student is in need of free of charge accommodation and is prepared to act as a resource in return, then please provide full personal details and a recent pic in reply from your own private email address, please. No pic, no reply, one ad states. Another explicitly states that only stunning women need apply. Shelter called the ads a dangerous attempt to establish deeply exploitative relationships off the back of homelessness, noting that the charity sees cases of people trying to exploit the British housing crisis every day. Moreover, the charity noted that many of those targeted in the ads may have already experienced sexual or domestic violence in the past and noted a unique danger in the current notices. Quote, women are being asked to enter a space which is entirely controlled by someone else, a person who always has the right to be there, who can say who else can enter the property and on whom they are entirely dependent for shelter, the charity said. Quote, this is the vile exploitation proposed by these adverts, that women who feel they have no choice enter an arrangement where they feel they never have the choice to say no, Shelter added. Although the shelter noted there is no evidence that women have responded to the ads, it did say it seems a tangible risk that some lead to these arrangements being established due to the fact there are so many on the site. At the time the statement was written, there were 288 free accommodation listings and 51 for under £10 or US $13 a month. Noting that there are numerous issues at play, many of which are beyond Shelter's area of particular expertise, the charity said it is undeniable that part of the problem is the UK's housing crisis. Quote, because while it is a story of men trying to exploit women, the thing that makes the exploitation possible is unaffordable housing and lack of appropriate support services and move on accommodation for those who do find themselves homeless, Shelter wrote. High housing costs don't make these particular exploitative relationships inevitable, but not being able to afford shelter drives people to desperation, and when people are desperate, some kind of exploitation and misery is certain, the charity concluded. Right now, I know looking up at cities like Craigslist, they said that, San Francisco, where Craigslist is founded, but they said up there they're having a housing crisis. The cost of homes and the price of rents are skyrocketing to unaffordable levels. And so, because of this, men who either own these homes or might be subleasing, whatever, I don't know about all that, but they have the power to dictate, hey, room for rent. But if you can't afford the rent, here's the arrangement that we can, make. So, no matter what, in any kind of situation, men who have power are going to abuse that power. They're not going to give up anything for free, like the old saying, you know, ass, grass, or cash. You get one of the three. Okay, and so with this economy being in the shape that it's in, and I'm not going to get too deep into this here, but things are not well globally. This is not just a UK problem. This is going on in Australia. This is also going on in Canada as well as America. And so you're probably going to see a trend of increased ads being taken out in these cities because let's just say, a man owns his home and so he has the extra rooms for rent. Well, in order to have access to sex, he'll go ahead and make that offer to a woman who could be on some bad luck or hard times. And like this article says, people who are desperate will resort to desperate measures. And what do you think? Do you know anybody who would go for that? Have you been the victim of that yourself? Have you been put into a position where you had to, exchange your body in order for a shelter over your head or other things that you need access to? Leave your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. The link to this will be in the description box. And that's going to do it for this article and this video. I'll catch you in the next one.